Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. Today we're going to do something that's very simple. It's a little bit time consuming because of the length of time in the oven. I'm going to make a roast beef using a high heat method. I've done this many times with an eye of round and it's turned out really good. Today I've got a rump roast, so I'm going to experiment a little bit and see if it works just as well with a rump roast. There's different variations of the recipe. Cook it for 5 minutes per pound or 7 minutes per pound. Today we're going to try this method. The oven is preheated to 500 degrees, very high heat. I'm going to put the roast in there and I'm going to cook it 5 minutes per pound. I've got a 3-pound roast, a little bit over 3 pound, so I'm going to cook it 16, 17 minutes. And then what we do is, if you have an electric oven, turn the oven off. And just, most important thing is not to open up the oven door, and then you let it sit for 2 hours, and then when you're done, it should be ready to go. I've done this in the past many times and it's worked out wonderful with an electric oven. I've got a gas oven now, and the last time I did that, it didn't work out as well. It seems like the gas oven, the heat just escapes, and the oven was stone cold and the meat was stone cold after letting it sit for 2.5 hours. So what I'm going to do today with a gas oven is I'll cook it the 5 minutes per pound, and then I'm going to turn the oven down to
350 degrees.
And I'll let it sit there for 2 hours, and then we'll try that. So it's, like I said, pretty simple. I've got actually it's a 2.2 pound rump roast. I'm just going to set it in a roasting pan. No water in it. I put some aluminum foil in the bottom of the pan. I can show you in just a minute, so that it doesn't burn on the bottom of the pan. Let's see if I can get you a good view of it. So there it is. I just put some foil on top of the rack. And I'm going to just use a fork, and I'm going to jab this a few times. Then we'll put some salt and pepper and onion powder on it. Just stab it so that the spices can get down inside. Just put a few little holes. Now we're just going to cover it with salt, pepper, add some garlic powder, and onion powder. This is very, very easy. I will put the whole roast uncovered. One thing I forgot to show you, I did put a meat thermometer in there. Hopefully I'll be able to turn the light on in the oven and look at the temperature so we can pull it out at 160, 165 degrees. I'm going to bake this for 16, 17 minutes. Then we'll turn the oven down to
350 degrees.
And let it go for 2 hours. And then what we're going to use this for, we're going to slice it real thin. And we put on, both of us put on a little bit of weight the last couple weeks when we were on vacation. So we're going to be eating a lot of soup here now. And Catherine makes a very good Chinese rice noodle soup, or you guys might pho. A lot of the restaurants now, it's very popular, with very thin sliced beef in the soup. So we're going to be using it for that, and you can also slice it thin and use it on sandwiches. It's also very good.
After 17 minutes, reduce temperature to 350 degrees, and then just keep an eye on your thermometer until it reaches your desired temperature. Mine's going to be about 160 degrees.
So we can see here now, it looks really nice. Internal temperature is at 160, so that's going to be medium, how we want it. So it's sat for a little bit. It looks really good. I'm going to cut, against the grain.
You need a try.
So this is pretty good what we're looking for because we wanted it a medium. Let's do the middle here and see how we got it. So that looks pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Let's taste one of these. It's got a good taste. Yeah, I like it. If I slice into this more in the center, it is pretty tender. It's not too bad. Yeah, see, that's cutting really good. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how to make some of this horseradish sauce. It's not too bad. But I think the real trick on this, which makes this really a tricky recipe, you need to make sure you have a meat thermometer in your meat. And what I would do is do the 500 degrees, put it in there for about 20 minutes, turn it down to like 350, then just watch your meat thermometer until it gets to your desired temperature, then pull it out. I think that's the best way to do it. But we'll be able to use this really good for our pho or our Chinese rice noodle soup. Okay, so let's make this horseradish sauce real quick. I've got about a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I'm gonna put in about a good tablespoon of some horseradish, fresh horseradish. I think it comes in like medium and hot, so depending on what you want. So like I said, I got about a good tablespoon. A little sprinkle of garlic powder. Same amount of onion powder. I like to mellow out the prepared horseradish because it's a little bit bitter with a little bit of mayonnaise. And again, I'm going to put in about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less of the mayonnaise. And then just stir this up. Oh, yeah, salt, a little bit of salt. And then just stir this up. And you can taste it and add a little bit more horseradish or a little bit more mayonnaise, whatever. Get you to the taste you like.
When you've gotten what you want.
So we can give this a little taste. Yeah, that's pretty good right about there. Creamy, smooth, a little bit of a bite. So that's it. Simple, easy. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to Foodie right over there.